Hello everyone. So in this video, we'll write a Python program that reads a series of numbers from a file named source.txt, processes the data and writes the result to a destination.txt text file. The program should compute and write the following statistics to destination.txt: the sum, average, median, largest number and smallest number. And it should also implement exception handling for file not found error if source.txt is not found, IO error during reading or writing operations, and if there are any unexpected errors, we'll use a generic exception handler. And ensure that all files are closed properly even if an exception occurs. So to ensure that we can use the with clause. Okay. So now to begin with, we need to have source.txt file. Okay. So we'll create a file called source.txt, and in this we need to have a series of numbers. Okay, so we have a series of numbers in source.txt. Now let's start with the program. Okay, so firstly, when opening the file itself, there can be a file not found exception. So we are handling that right away by putting this in the try catch block. Okay, try except block. Okay. Source.txt, we'll open it in read mode, and we'll open it as, let's say, file descriptor or file handle will be source, and we'll read the numbers. Now let's create a list right away. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll use list comprehension over here. So normally what we would write for line in source, that is, we'll iterate through the file, going over each line, as each in each iteration we'll go through each, or we'll read each line of the file. But instead of that, now what? Okay, and then that line will convert into um, numbers, right? Now instead of that, what we'll do is all our numbers are on one line in this case. Okay, so let's try this. How are the numbers placed in this particular file? So here they are on the same line. So here what I can do is I can use the split function, right? So float I, say, or in fact I'll say eval I, because I don't know. There might be some integers, there might be some floating point numbers. So eval I for I in line dot split. And where will I get the line from? I'll get the line from the file, right? So I'm splitting it on space. Okay, and how do I get the line? So line is equal to file dot read. Okay, sorry, source dot read. I have named the file handle as source, the source dot read, and then so this gives me the list of numbers. If instead of this, what if I had one number on each line? Then I would have like, in that case I would have written the loop as for line in source, and then each line contains only one number, right? So for line in source, eval line, and then that would have been added to the list. But in this case, all of them are on the same line. So I'm just reading that line, and I'm splitting it based on spaces because they are separated by spaces. And then I'm evaluating eval I. So eval I, if it is integer, it will be integer. If it is float, it will be float, and it will it will become a list because I have used list comprehension over here and have assigned it to numbers. And what if now what all errors do we have to handle? File not found. A. So file not found error. In that case, print source.txt not found. So I think that handles the first thing. There can also be IO error that they have said. IO error. So IO error is error during the read operation because here we are doing only the read operation. And a generic block, generic exception block, exception. Sorry, that will be something like this. Except exception. Exception is the generic exception. It's like the parent class of all the exceptions. That is, it's generic. It covers all the exceptions. Okay. And here you can simply, okay, you can catch it as an object E, and then you can print it. Unexpected error, and you can simply print E. Okay, now let's execute this much. Let's see, print numbers. Okay, so numbers are being read properly, correctly. That much is working. Now we have to use the statistics, the sum average. Now there is no direct method for uh, average and median. Okay. Now one thing we have seen in one of our previous videos is what we did was we found the sum of the list and then divided it by the length of the list. And for median, what we have to do is we have to sort the list and then we have to find the element which is in the middle of the list. Okay, so at the index n by 2. We can do that, but then we have a library in Python called as statistics library. Import statistics. And we can simply create the statistics. So, okay, let's do this. We'll create a dictionary so that dictionaries concept will also be covered in the same video. And let's say we use the strings as the keys over here. So sum, let's say, so this sum function, you all know, sum of the list. Then for the average, we'll use statistics library, statistics dot mean, statistics dot mean of numbers. Then for the, sorry, I forgot the comma over here. Okay, then for the median, I'll use statistics dot median numbers. Then for the largest number, I can use max function, which is directly there in the Python library, you can say directly available in Python without importing any other library. Statistics. Sorry, I'll directly use it, right? I don't need any library. I'll simply say I forgot the comma here again, comma, max of numbers and smallest min of numbers. So this dictionary contains all the statistics that we want. And now we have to write this into the destination.txt file. So with open destination.txt and we'll open it in write mode. Uh, and let's give the file handle as destination. File descriptor or file handle is destination. And we want to write a dictionary to the file now. So how do you iterate through a dictionary? Key, comma, value pair. Okay, so the statistics will be the key, or I'll simply call it key for ease of understanding. Key, comma, value in stats.items. So stats.items will return every key value pair as a tuple, and from that tuple, the first value will be in the key, second will be in the value variable. Okay, and now these variables we are writing to the file. Okay, so we'll say destination dot write destination dot write, and we'll create a format string because we want to write. mm, First thing that we want to write is what statistic, that is what is the key, and second thing, okay, there will be a, or we can put it equal to sign, that will be more natural, equal to sign, and then say value, so key value pair, and each will be on a new line, so let's say backslash n. So this is done. Okay, now this also has to be within a try catch block because, okay, so these two, IO error and exception as E. So these have to be handled in this case as well. So here what we'll do is in the except block, I'll directly use these. There will be no file not found error because there is no destination.txt file. That file gets created as a result of what we are doing over here. Okay. Okay. So except IO error, now we'll say error during write operation and unexpected error. Sorry, I have to indent this ahead because it is inside the with block. Okay. And file gets automatically closed because we are using with. Okay. And so after this, the statistics will be written in destination.txt. That file will get created. Okay. Let's run this. Okay. Destination.txt has been created. Sum is 39, average is 6.5, median is this, largest is this, smallest is this. You can pause, verify the numbers yourself. Okay. Why 7.5? Because there are different ways to calculate the median. Now, when your array has even number of elements, when you will sort this, 7 and 8, those two elements will be the middle two elements. So you take the average of 7 and 8 and you get 7.5 as the answer for median. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you have any questions, any doubts, do post them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.